Hello and welcome back to the Impression Wiz channel. I'm your host, the Impression Wiz, and welcome back to Monster Prom, where we date some really weird monsters. And this time around, I'm going to do my best to maybe date one of them and take them to prom. But I'm also going to be kind of focusing on the shops and see what interesting items might appear there too. But I'll be sure to not take the bag, since I always get like coal every single time. So single player, second term, full game, and we're just going to skip over. We always use Brian. Let's do this guy this time. I think I've actually done each of them at least once. But let's do Oz this time around.
I can do this.
Are you sure you can do this? And skipping over all the introductions, we know them all already. Don't know who I'm going to be going for, but we'll figure that out here. Hopefully, no one that we've already done before. Gesundheit. Thank you. Bless me. Ooh. Okay. If you were the leader of a new country, what would your flag look like? Flags are outdated symbols that lead to unnecessary nationalism, or nationalist exultation. Blah, 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 blah. This will be interesting. I can't talk today. We'll be replacing flags with a national QR code that will provide Taco Bell coupons and lead you to my SoundCloud. I'd go for a simple three-colored stripe approach, where each color represents one of the country's values. Blue for diplomacy, purple for patience, and red for the blood that will be spilt if anyone tries to overthrow me. I like that one. Just Garfield's face. It's a power move. There's no doubt you're the supreme leader of your land if no one stops you from making Garfield the flag of your country. I'm gonna go with this one, the bold one, I guess. You get the chance to produce a movie. It's based on two cool guys walking away from rad explosions. And they don't look at the explosions. They don't give a fuck about the explosions. They reflect on life and love, but it is super dope and kick-ass because they do so walking away from never-ending explosions. Oh, the most influential Russian novelist of the 209th century have gone nuts. They don't remember anything about last night, and now they can't find the manuscript of the Brothers Kamarov. And Diskrowski has to deliver it today. Or something about superheroes, but with a love triangle between a beautiful yet somewhat relatable girl, maybe she's always stating she's a mess, and two of the super hot superheroes, which are also like vampires or pirates or both. Instant hit. I'm going to go with the one that would probably bring in the most money. What would be a deal breaker for a potential lover? The person is mediocre. The person thinks Asuka is the best waifu. The person hates the outdoors. The person uses Internet Explorer. The person is boring. Or the person lacks taste. I don't know who I've gone for in the past, or which answers these will lead me to. So I'm gonna go boring. And it's Polly. I think I've tried to go for a poly route before a couple times. Oh, I might try it again. Might as well. I don't know. What's the sexiest type of knowledge a lover can have? A bachelor's in engineering, lyrics to all Disney songs, sports things, how to set stuff on fire, that'd be Damien, an accurate approximation of all fictional creatures' genitalia, that would be Zoe. Might actually go for the Zoe one. All the principles to building a financial empire, and that's Vera. Sports thing is probably Scott. So I'm going that one. So it's probably going to be between Polly and Zoe. Wait for this loading screen to finish off.
All right.
So my fun and creativity are not the best in the world. There we go. Creativity and fun is probably what I would work on. Let's go creativity first. Oh. I like the mustache on him. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it is as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Awesome. Meanwhile, Zoe seems to have trapped Polly in some sort of eldritch binding circle. This should be good. Of course, I chose 2 women to try and do voices for, so that'll be interesting. Tell me! Girl, where's your chill? I already told you like a million times how I died. Oh, we're going with that again? Yeah. But each time you told me something different. Tried to fuck a toaster, suffocated by good booty, gun salad. I've heard them all. But what's the truth, Polly? Huh?
What?
It's none of your business. No, but it's my hobby, and hobbies matter, Polly. Plus, the fans have a right to know. I'm probably going to try and go for Zoe, unless something else changes, but fans have a right to leave me the hell alone. Secrets are sexy. If secrets are so sexy, then how come God invented Wikipedia? What? You're a god. You know that's not true. Now let me out of this binding circle. I've got haunted math to next period. Sure, I'll let you out if you tell me how you really died. Polly gives you a pleading look. Zoe gives you an excited look. As usual, it's up to you to figure out who to help. Polly's right. Secrets are sexy. I'll prove it. I'll prove it with my new espionage AU. Spooky highly classified. Or Zoe deserves to know the truth. And if you tell her, Polly, I'll give you a huge bag of cocaine. I really want to try and help Zoe in this situation, but I don't know if it's going to be the best. I'm just going to go with it anyway, though. Because it's probably a fun choice, but it's not going to work.
Yay!
Oh, it's a wealth choice. I don't know how the choices actually work in this game very well. I know if you do one or the other, and... Okay. You know that... you know that the way to a ghost's heart is through my ghost nostrils. Come here, you beautiful horror. Let me give you the goriest details. Polly beckons Zoe over and whispers in her ear. Oh, wow. That many, huh? But how did the linebackers get out of there? Oh. The entire San Diego Zoo? But where Where would you even get that much cream cheese? Oh, I see. It was a Wednesday. Well, that's pretty thoroughly answers my question. Now, do you see why I don't want to tell anyone? Oh, absolutely. That is way too hot for public consumption. Your secret's safe with me. Ah, yes. I got to keep my secret and I get cocaine. Score! You're pretty sure Polly told another very not real story about her death, but Zoe's impressed at your negotiation skills. You leave Polly enjoying her newly acquired treat, and you and Zoe get smoothies. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun. Awesome. Ding dong, lunchtime. And
All
you know
right.
exactly where I'm going if I'm Zoe. Excuse me. And I think I'm going to try and build up my creativity this whole time, mostly, to try and do it. But I might work on my fun a little bit too. Anyway, you sit down with Zoe and Calculester. Zoe seems to have brought some fresh sanity today. That is, she has a screaming man strapped to the table and is currently siphoning his sanity through his eye sockets. Friend Zoe, I am afraid I must take issue with your current practice. What? Eating? Eating is a manner which causes a human to repeatedly scream, "Kill me," while voiding his bowels and bladder. It does not seem nice.
Are you for real?
Look, I was born this way, okay? Well, not so much born as ripped from the fabrics of reality itself and animated with equal parts raw malice and the concept of despair. But still, don't judge me. I do not possess the necessary firmware to judge you, Zoe. I do, however, wish that you would find another way to attain sustenance. You can't stand here to see the two at odds. Maybe you could convince Zoe to change her ways, or convince Calculester that they don't need changing. Zoe, why don't you eat this vegan brownie I brought instead? It's probably way tastier than that guy's sanity. Or, oh, come on, Calculester, sanity isn't even one of the top 5 worst things Zoe could be devouring from this dude. Let's do this one. I think it's the right one anyway. Wait. Status. Skeptical. Skeptical. Please list 5 things worse to devour from this man than his sanity. Oh, that's easy. Deep-seated insecurities is one. Poop is another. The crippling fear of death present in all mortals. P. And worst of all, opinions. Are his opinions really that bad? Well, he's a prominent user on Reddit. Understood. Analyst complete. Sanity is an acceptable food substitute, compared to several things that are worse. Nice. It's like I always say, when life gives you lemons, compare those lemons to all-consuming, compare those lemons to the all-consuming void. The void is way worse than a couple of lemons. You couldn't agree more, mostly because you're interested in smooching Zoe, but still.
All right.
All right. Oh, I think I'll work on my creativity some more. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you were struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it. Also known as one of the 7 most douchebag-ish moves, or douchebag-ish moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain +2 creativity. I have too many things that are at 7 now. Crap. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by that name until the end of this run. I'm on my own, so that doesn't quite fit in my thing. But anyway. and my nickname is already right there, Whizman. Anyway. You're enjoying the sound of no ear-splitting shrieks filling the air, when suddenly an ear-splitting shriek fills the air.
Ah, disgusting!
Zoe, what is this abominable nonsense? How dare you so much as think such filth, much less write it, much less put it on the internet? Miranda, I honestly have no idea what you're so upset about. I'm simply expressing myself through the noble art of fan fiction. By writing a story about me, a noble and beautiful mer princess, in a forbidden romance with Nash Omahone, the son of the Prime Minister of the Air Kingdom? Ooh, the Prime Minister, Zoe. I would never date anyone from some socialist nightmarescape with a prime minister. But this has nothing to do with you. It's not set at Spooky High, it's set at Creepy High. And the mer princess is named Marmanda Vanderbunt. That sounds nothing like Miranda Vanderbilt. They barely even end in the same 4 letters. But they begin with the same 5 letters. Don't you know the last 4 letters are the most magical and important of all letters to monarchy culture? Why, I should have this drivel ripped into shreds with a libel knife. Whatever the heck that is. The Colt cutlery used by the most scathing of reviewers. See, Miranda? You're nothing like Marmanda. She totally would have gone with a slander spoon. I simply cannot stand by while my friend, classmate, and inferior publishes such air people's sympathizer nonsense. Oh dear. This could get uglier than it already is. Better step in and help a lady out. Which lady, though? It's up to you. Leave Zoe alone, Miranda. Don't you see she's done you a huge favor by exposing the treachery of Marmanda Vandebent? You need to go destroy Marmanda, not Zoe. Oh, okay, that one's a good one. Miranda's right, Zoe. A better writer wouldn't even need to put something as disgusting as air people into fanfiction. It's just a cheap trick for shock value like self-cest or mpreg. Yeah, but I think this one, I hope this one. Yes! Whizman is right, Miranda. Haven't you ever heard the phrase, "Don't shoot the messenger"? Oh, certainly, yes. Loads of times. That's what all of Daddy's messengers say right before he shoots them. But of course, Zoe is merely a classmate and subject acting in this case as a messenger. So killing her would be inappropriate. And not covered by Daddy's insurance. So killing actual messengers are actually covered on... So tell me more about this devious Marmanda person and her relationship with Nash Omahone. Well, as you can imagine, their love is inherently tragic and beautiful since they come from the Mer and Air kingdoms respectively. I described it as a typical star-crossed lover story with a large portion of hurt/comfort tropes, since it is set during the Mer-Air War. Yes, and where might I find this Marmanda? So that I might bring her to justice. Oh, all the usual places, FF Net A03, she's definitely real and wouldn't interrupt my fanfic writing.
Spoiler alert, you rock!
Yay. Thanks for that, Wizman. Marmanda Vendebunt may be an extremely thinly veiled stand-in for Miranda, but she's my extremely thinly veiled stand-in. But hey, loves with you. +2 creativity and +1 charm. Now for week 2, here we go.
All right.
So my creativity's pretty high now, and I can't go to the auditorium for any creativity adding, but I could go there for trying to buy something. Oh, let's take a look there.
Hey, stranger.
Aw, you miss me and my shit, huh? Worry no more. All this shit can be yours if you have the money. Not me, though. Are you sure about that last part? So there are a few things with events. It has flames and a skull and even a knife. With this, you can murder your enemies. Go to prison and make everyone your bitch, and then murder them too. And go to some kind of super prison? Street cred plus 9,000. Oh. I can't buy that. I am not buying that. There's a corpse, there's the erotic fan fiction I could get, there's the tampons. I might buy that just in case. 'Cause why not? You know what, why not?
No refunds.
Well, there went my, I think smarts and charm. But you know what? That's okay. It might come in handy later. That sounds a little weird.
All right.
Bloody tampon. Oh gosh. Okay. Zoe, hi. You walk up to see see Damien closely inspecting Zoe's body. Not like that, you pervert.
Yo!
What'd that mouth do? You don't help that. Thanks, Damien, for being here. I'm gonna kill my throat. Okay, that sounds bad, but wait for it. Oh, that one? That one is for eating whole live birds. And that one? Crushing up the tiny little bird bones that the other mouths spit out. And what about this one over here? That's for screaming obscenities undetectable to human ears. And what about this one? That one's for, I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever noticed that mouth before. I've had so many forms throughout the years. A noble void, eldritch deity, totem being sold by a young cat girl. Might have to just go back just to see if I can't find that in the first set of the game. Anyway, gelatinous monster. And now you got this sick new mouth that we gotta decide a function for. We? I'm not just going to take suggestions. Actually, no, wait. That sounds awesome. I will now take suggestions for what to do with this mouth. And honestly, I think it'd be funny if she's like pointing to her elbow for her mouth or something. Time to come up with a brilliant mouth use that will clearly impress one of these charismatic and dateable classmates. What about a screaming puke mouth for all those times when screaming or puking alone just isn't enough? Maybe one day this mouth could become the Whizman kissing mouth. Please let this one be for Zoe and not for Damien.
OMG!
Whizman! You read my spooky high C pirate AU? Yes, I did. Because that's almost the exact line that Mer Scott used on Sea Snake Tentacle Kraken Vera. That's what you were referencing, right? Sure, totally, why not? Did I actually say that? I only like your fix where I beat someone to a pulp for the sake of sheer violence. None of that hurt X comfort bullshit. Everyone's a critic, huh, Damien? Anyway, Whizman, tell me more about all of your favorite lines and plot twists from my fanfiction. And list your 10 favorite positive adjectives for describing my writing style and grasp on romance. Brilliant, witty, sparkling, thundering, raining, smart, compelling, orange, talented, and triangular. You instantly respond. Apparently it's a good answer because Zoe takes her regular mouth and kisses you on the cheek. It's not an entire mouth dedicated to kissing you. Not yet, at least. But it's a start. Oh. I need a little bit of a break from that last one. Okay. Oh, dang it, fun I can't do now. But I could bring up my money. Or work on my smarts and boldness. Or maybe even my charm. I should probably work on my charm since I lost the last time. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. During a break between dodgeball matches, you spot Coach shouting some encouraging words at Zoe.
Always believe in yourself.
I'm going to try and do that voice now, thank you very much.
Come on, Zoe! Let's go 100 burpees. It's the fun exercise that's fun to say. Don't you want to be your best self?
I have a feeling the answer is probably no. Of course I do, Coach. And I'm so grateful for all the time and attention you spend on us students. Yeah, in the background, right here. Yeah, I will be the best student. Sorry.
You know what they say?
He's almost turning into Tony Tiger.
Time and attention are the deadlifts of the soul. It's great.
I'm not sponsored, although that'd be kind of fun if I was. Sure, but with all the time you spend learning about and encouraging us, how many people have taken the time to get to know you? I mean, we don't even know your real name.
Oh, my name, it's...
Or why you decided to become a high school coach. Tell us about that.
Well, if you really want to know, I first fell in love with sports through the noble game of beach volleyball.
Excuse me.
But that's not why I became a coach. No, I became a coach because of my father.
Oh, was he a great coach too?
Well, you did your best.
No, he was quite the opposite. A tiger tycoon who made billions selling unhealthy sugary frosted cornflakes to kids.
I just referenced Tony the Tiger, and then he makes a reference to Tony the Tiger. Okay, that was too good.
With his ill-gotten gains, he bought us a fabulous home in the jungles of Miami. But to me, it was no better than a cardboard box. No better than the cardboard boxes that ship that sugary cereal out of to unmuscled children all over the world. I had to escape. Okay. And when I did, I vowed to devote my life to helping kids stay healthy. But even so, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to do enough to make up for the sins of my father.
Oh, hey, Coach, don't be sad. You're a great coach. And I'm sure any of us here would love to help you in your crusade against unhealthy breakfast. Looks like Zoe looks around for another student to agree with her, but they all very carefully ignore her. You, on the other hand, kind of want to smooch Zoe, so you offer your aid. Oh boy, okay. Let's replace breakfast with a more exciting morning activity, so kids do that instead of eating. No breakfast means no unhealthy breakfast. Let's create a hip new mascot for healthy foods. Kids love hip new mascots. Oh. I don't know which one would be the best. You know what? D&D die, maybe you can help. D4. If it's even, I'll go with the top one. If it's odd, I'll go with the bottom one. Bottom one it is. Oh. So far so good. Haven't gotten anything bad, really. After a few minutes of brainstorming with Zoe, a little alchemy, and a lot of luck, you create your very own super hip healthy food mascot. Coach, allow me to present to you Alexander, the teenage essential amino acid. The two of you step aside to reveal Xander, a shambling bundle of vaguely humanoid-shaped proteins wearing a baseball cap.
Sup, everybody? Says Xander. I'm Xander, the teenage essential amino acid. I'm essential because your body is unable to synthesize me on its own. But if you don't have me, you'll suffer from protein deficiency.
A sweet guitar riff echoes in the background. Bang!
Symptoms of protein deficiency include elevated risk of an infection, edema, fragile hair, and kidney failure.
Alexander puts on a pair of sunglasses.
Dudes!
Oh?
It's working! I think he's really appealing to the young demographic.
Coach is right. All over the gym, the classmates are crowding around to give Xander high fives and learn skateboarding tricks from him. You've really outdone yourself this time. Also, you should probably get more essential amino acids. In the meantime, have +2 smarts and +1 money for character licensing. Okay, that one was good. Oh.
All right.
One more week. And now I can have some fun. Yeah. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalated so much, but at one point there were like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You were going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you notice her surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed off about it. Oh no, it's the cult. Guys, stop it. I don't want any dead goats. I'm at school.
We must commence the rituals.
We understand you perfectly, Lord Zagorg. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger.
What? No, that's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zagorg anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Wizman? I can't stand to be around these jerks. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you with unconcealed awe. Well, okay, it's concealed by their terrifying masks, but still.
All hail Zagord.
Zagord, and addressed you by name, and you do not go mad with pleasure? It addressed you almost as if you were an equal. It passed within inches of your frail mortal frame, and what more? It mentioned rain. Could it be that was referring to the fabled storm of cerebral fluid, which will one day come to quench all sanity? Brothers, sisters, bow down before Wizman, for he is clearly the prophet of Zagord. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. The blood of many goats once pleased Zagord, and yet now we do not understand what has changed.
That's pretty obvious.
Perhaps, given your special relationship with our incomprehensible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it.
Fuck it. You've got nothing better to do. You decide to be a prophet for the day. You tell them that what they should really be sacrificing. It's important to learn from your mistakes, so sacrifice another goat, but write "we're sorry" on the side. Sacrifice your own harmful prejudices. Okay, the last time I did try to go for Zoe, I think I ended up put "we're sorry" on the side of a goat or goats. So I'm gonna try this one.
So blasphemous.
Oh, so far I'm actually doing pretty good on Zoe's thing. I don't know if I went for Zoe once before or not. I don't remember. If I did, I'm sorry, but I'm getting hopefully a better ending for her this time.
But our harmful prejudices are precious to us. They're how we remain reliably unpleasant, the better to unplease Zagord.
Maybe that's how it was with Zagord, you explain, but Zoe's got an extremely different set of standards that don't involve being a bigot.
Ah, your wisdom truly is subtle and deep. Very well. Bring out the prejudices.
I like talking in that voice now. One of the cultists steps forward with a steel-banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. You're not sure exactly what's inside, but it smells pretty racist.
Now bring out the vat of acid we always carry around.
Where were they keeping all this stuff? Those robes must be really roomy.
Now dissolve the prejudices in acid. Go on, do it.
The box dissolves with a sound like 1,000 grandmothers disproving of your gender identity. I mean, that's kind of funny. I'm not trying to be mean in that situation. It's just...
We are suddenly unprotected from new and radical ideas. The revelations are flooding in. Could it be that we have been jerks? Alas, it is true, and it is true also that our Lord demands from us one further sacrifice. It is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past. The name Zagord is gone, perished again along with the dark timeline that gave it birth. Here and now, we rededicate ourselves to the new cult. Or to a new cult. The cult of Zoe.
Well, that worked way better than you expected. Maybe you can dissolve the prejudices of other bigots in acid, too. Or maybe you can just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, you gain +2 charm and +1 bold. Fair enough. Ding dong, ding dong, ding 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 dong.
All right.
Do 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 do, do 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 do. Hi, Zoe. You arrive at Zoe and Vera's table. Excited to. Oh, I gotta do hissing now too. We're not doing anything suspicious. Zoe. And we definitely don't have a fellow student in a cage under this table. You have a fellow student in a cage under the table. It's useless, Vera. Wizman is too perceptive. We've got to come clean. Yes, the problem is clearly what Wizman. Clearly that Wizman is too perceptive. But I
Great.
suppose we have no choice. Look under the table. Zoe and Vera do indeed seem to have caged a fairy under the table. She's filthy, miserable, and covered in glitter. Fairies cry glitter. We took her as a prisoner during the last food war. You know, for leverage. I don't think anything of it at the time, because tormenting prisoners is just a thing you do as an elder god. But that was 3 days ago, and she's starting to smell. We've got to figure out something else to do with her. We could let her go. No, I fail to see how that profits me. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, what should we do with them? The prisoner is probably stinky because she's lonely. Get her a companion to keep her company. Use vicious psychological manipulation to turn her into a sleeper agent, of course. I believe the first one is for Zoe in this case. Yep. It's like I always used to say when I was a dark manifestation of hatred and madness.
Spoiler alert, you rock!
Misery loves company, and I love misery. You want another prisoner, Zoe? A prisoner is a big responsibility. You know, who's going to clean up after it? Who's going to feed it? That's the cool part. If my prior experience as a mistress of extreme pain is anything to go by, they'll feed each other. Feed on each other. That is an interesting cost-cutting measure. Blech. Then it's agreed. Oh, I love doing good deeds. No, I don't know if it's a good deed, but... And you love letting your hot friend think she's doing a good deed so she can hopefully smooch her. So you can hopefully smooch her later. Everybody wins. Oh.
All right.
All right. Oh, should I increase my fun a little bit more? Yeah, it might not hurt. That day, during recess, a half-hour rave goes full crazy. You're talking to Juan, the small magical Latino cat, when he tells you that you weren't ever... He tells you that you won't ever be as fun as Bob the Scary Clown. You accept the challenge. You go straight to Bob, stab him several times, open his bleeding chest, and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun. Really? Do you think that's how this works? Well, it is. You gain +2 for poor Bob. You're wandering around with Zoe, Scott, and Damien after eating this guy named Bob looking for pocket humans in Pokemon Go. That's still gonna hurt me, even though that is how it's supposed to be. When you notice some weird-looking shrooms.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Whoa, these shrooms have faces!
OMG!
They do. I think they're kind of cute. We think you're kind of cute, chirps the mushrooms in unison. We love your skin. Bet you've got a healthy working endocrine system.
Ah!
Plants, can I pee on them? Yes, says the mushrooms. Pee on us. Your moisture and nutrients make us stronger.
Okay, I'm officially creeped out by these talking mushrooms.
Really? Why? Pretty much all the plants in the Dimension of Terror behave like... yeah, okay, I get it. They're creepy. Creepy? Says the mushrooms. We're just full of genuine infection. Inhale some of our spores and you'll see. Okay, I'm peeing on them or not. So am I peeing on them or not?
Look, Tate! Sad single people!
Oh, joy! It looks like you 4 lonely high schoolers have finally decided to give up on misery of singledom and partner up with true soulmates. That does not surprise me. Yes, sings the mushrooms. We would love to mate with your souls. I don't know. I'm not really about giving up my individuality in order to allow an intelligent fungus to siphon off my nutrients. You never experience anxiety again. Okay, I'm interested.
I'll never settle down. I don't build relationships, I burn them.
A parasite of this type can directly stimulate the pleasure neurons of your brain.
I mean, okay, I'm listening.
If you enter a committed relationship with one of these mushrooms, you can pee on as many of them as you want.
Hooray!
I don't have to read that one because it was already read. No, not hooray. You need to talk your friends out of accepting these parasites into their brains, and fast. You can date those mushrooms, or you can date whatever is in this mystery bag I brought with me. Ow. Wait, don't rush blindly into relationships. Into a relationship. Let me do a tarot read on your love life first. I'm not exactly sure what will be the best here. You know what? I'm gonna roll the die again. Even is the top, odd is the bottom. Thank you! Ugh, the dice have been helping me this time. Whew. Oh dang, you're right. I can't believe we almost made a decision without consulting a set of arbitrary symbols chosen at random. For real? For real, you explained that you'll be drawing 3 cards for them. 1 for the past, 1 for the present, and 1 for the future.
I know how tarot works, Whizman. I'm not a dumbass.
You draw the first card, representing their past. It's the 2 of Cups, which symbolizes an intense loneliness that can only be cured by seeking and finding a partner. Hey, these mushrooms kind of look like cups, right? No, you explain. The 2 of Cups symbolizes that at some time in the past that they had 2 cups. Oh my god! I totally had a fruit cup at lunch yesterday, and so did 2! That's 2 cups!
What about me?
You threw yours at Leonard, remember?
You're right. Perhaps there's something to this tarot reading. Go on, Whizman.
You turn over the second card. It's the 8 of Swords, symbolizing the need to discard old prejudices and beliefs. Say, about whether dating mushrooms is a good idea? Yeah, look. There's at least 8 mushrooms here. 8 swords, 8 mushrooms, and me, it's meant to be. God damn, why does everyone know so much about tarot all of a sudden? You tell them that the 8 of swords means that if they start dating those mushrooms, they'll get stabbed with 8 swords. Yeah, that makes sense way more. That makes way more sense. Okay, next card. You flip over the final card to reveal the Knight of Handsomeness.
You're so sad.
That's not a real card. It's just a picture of Whizman on glossy paper.
I don't know. It seems tarot card sized to me.
Wow, Whizman, you've been the Knight of Handsomeness this entire time? How intriguing.
Tate, let's go.
Fools! You're all fools, and not even fools for love, like I wanted you to be. Come on, Tate, let's go.
Let me go.
Tate twitches violently, then turns and lumbers off. Scott pays on the mushrooms when he thinks no one's looking. You gain +2 smarts and +1 fun. Oh. You go,
All
Scott.
right.
Pee on those mushrooms. They deserve it. Okay. Well, and that's where I'm going to leave the episode for today. We'll continue trying to date Zoe here next time around. And by next time around, for me, it'll be like just a few seconds. But for you guys, it might be a little bit longer. But don't worry. It'll happen. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please put a like on the video. If you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything I upload. And as always, I will see you tomorrow.